students, this is Heather. I wanted to go over each of the observation options that you can pick for the observation interview assignment. Please note every semester is different, so make sure that you know which one your options are. With these options, you have to do exactly what I have for you. You're not going to be making up your own interview. You're not going to be making up your own observation. I have it set so you can answer all the questions in particular. So the first one we're going to go over is the child. So the child does have to be between the ages of 4 and 8. They can't be older or younger, and they cannot be your own child. That's actually unethical. So it can be a family friend, it could be a sibling. You have to get permission, you have to have the parent consent, and the child assent. So the child has to say it's okay too. This one's pretty fun, so the kids will probably want to do it. So as I already went over the key things for the formatting. So the background information, introduction, I'm really wanting to know about the child, why you picked them, all these things. Now let's start talking about the actual observation interview. So you're going to come down, you're going to do a couple different things for them. So I'm going to go over the checklist first because it's a little bit easier. We'll come back to the cognitive one. So with the checklist, you're going to have the child do these things and you're going to say yes or no. So can the child dribble a basketball? Now, for a 4-year-old, might be a little more tougher. So maybe you put no because they technically couldn't dribble. Maybe you'll note that they could dribble with maybe one hand or, with their right hand. Maybe it was with their left hand. Maybe they can do a crossover. Maybe they're the future Allen Iverson. I don't know. But you're going to say yes or no. The note section is for when things don't really click consistently, yes or no. And you can give some notes. So like maybe their right hand. Now, can they write their name? Yes or no? Can they write in a line? What can they color within the lines? Can they ride a tricycle? Now, some of these things maybe you've already observed this child do, so you can put yes or no. You can even ask the parents, so maybe you don't have access to a tricycle or a bicycle right then, so obviously an older kid can do a bicycle. But you can ask the parent too, and you'd say something like, parents said they could, stuff like that. So that's what the note section is. And this is actually, I want this filled out and I want you to give it to me too. You can attach it separately to the assignment or email it to me. So these are all the questions you're going to be asking, yes or no, and give some notes, give some comments. Now, the next part, there are some questions about like serialization. So you're going to have to cut these out, and the child is going to be, you're going to ask the questions, can you put this from smallest to biggest? Can you put this from shortest to tallest? Things like that. And you need to take a picture, not of the child, but what the child's responses are. So maybe they're going to have it exactly like this, or maybe things are going to be different. So you want to take a picture of that, not of the child. I don't want a picture of the child. You're actually going to see if they can cut these out in color. This is actually another thing that they're going to be tracing and coloring. So I want pictures of all of these, but not of the child. So all of that's coming back to the serialization text. So you're going to lay out all the materials, like the strips of paper, the ovals, the hearts, the attachment that I have in the bottom. So this is what you're actually going to be. This is your flow. So you need to do it in the same order that it says. You need to say it in the same way. You need to, basically take a picture, describe it in your paper when you write the summary part. So those things right there. And then come back to the cognitive one. Is you're going to ask the serialization. So you're also going to need 20 blocks. You don't have to do solid green or purple, whatever color you have access. The key of it is though is having 2 different colors of the same amount because it's going to connect to their conservation skills. And you're just going to follow the procedures and ask the questions. Of course, if you're not using blue, you're not going to say blue or green or purple, whatever color you're going to use. So whatever you have access to. And you're going to respond exactly to those questions. So that would be what I want on the summary part. You're going to write specifically what the child did, what they can do, what they can't do. And that's very important. I want at least 2 pages on that. And then you'll do the analysis, which the other video went over. So I'm not going to do it here, but you can kind of connect it here. So that's for the child.